What was it about Boston, you think, at that time that allowed the city to churn out so many good bands like that at that time?
I don't know. It really came out of nowhere because when I came to town, it was all cover bands. Except, and there were a couple of little bit. The Modern Lovers got 20 people, and half of them were record company people from out of town to play at the Stone Phoenix Coffee House. And for a while there was just there were a couple of bands. There was Fox Pass and the Knobs and the Kids, who was what the John Cleese's band was called before the Real Kids. And then in 1976, I just noticed interest seemed to go up, and in early '77 there was a battle of the bands at the Rat. Not the Rat. It was at the club actually. The Rat started a little bit earlier. I guess it was September '76. I'm thinking. When Mickey Clean and the Mez started doing what they would now call residency on Tuesday night. And people started coming, and other bands started playing on that night, and it just started to become a scene. And then gradually that pushed out the cover bands, and there was more and more and more original music. So that's how, but at the same time, the club was, something similar was happening at the club. This big battle of the bands came, and it came down to this very iconic moment. There was this really boring boogie blues band. I can't remember the name, but they brought this huge crowd with them, and then everybody got limited but them and Willie. And this was the Boom Boom Band's first stand. The first night of their preliminary night was their first performance, and it was the most amazing thing because I had seen Willie Loco do little guest shots singing Kerouac or Hit Her with the Axe with the other bands around town. But when he put the Boom Boom Band together, it was just mind-boggling. And so anyways, going back to, so the final nights, it was just like culture clash. It was their crowd, and everybody that had been listening to these new bands were behind Willie, and Willie won. It was just, people were delirious. And,
the turning of the tide, huh?
Yes. And later that summer, in All Intersects, the CBGB's bands started playing at both the club and the Rat. That whole summer, there was like a competition, who can get, okay, the Ramones played here, Blondie played here, the Talking Heads, were at the Rat, so we got Blondie at the club, and so there was good synergy in that sort of feud. But the important thing was the local bands all played the support slots, and that's how they got exposed to large crowds for the first time. All these little bands that had been playing to their friends suddenly were playing to all the people who would come out because they were curious about this new scene at CBGB's, and I think really a lot of the fan base developed out of that.